Hot diggity dog day in Delco. We've got our regular 3 powder puffs here, but 3 macho-ass men to tell us about something that's coming to not just Pennsylvania, but something that's coming to Delaware County for the first time ever, and it's going to put us on the map. Al, why don't you take it away?
All right, guys, we are here with Dan Marlarky. We're going to start with Dan. Dan, how you doing? Dan is the owner-operator of Must Fight Gym in Upper Darby, which has a history on its own with Delco. But he also is, like Holbrook just said, bringing in the Golden Gloves, National Golden Gloves Tournament right here to Delco. First time in Pennsylvania. And Dan, 100th anniversary?
100th anniversary, and they are trying to, as of now, because of the Olympics, they're trying to make it an Olympic qualifier once again. They had a problem with citizenships, and they did the percentages of how many percentages of citizens would non-citizens would be in an Olympic year. It's like real small number. It's not going to affect. So this is an Olympic qualifying year. So if they bring the qualifier back to the Golden Gloves, we'll also be able to use that brand also.
All right, let's roll it back real quick, Al. I know that you can handle this from the sports aspect, but this is, it's Delco Live, and a lot of these people may not be too familiar with what Golden Gloves is. It is a premier boxing, an award you win, and it's from a tournament, correct?
Yeah, the Golden Gloves is like I've said, is one of the biggest tournaments in the country, if not some places in the world know about the Golden Gloves. Everybody, your grandma, your kids, your sister, your cousin, all know Golden Gloves.
Mm-hmm.
You go outside and say you're a boxer, someone says my grandpa was Golden Glove champion. Happens to hear it every day. It's that big. The Golden Gloves is a national tournament, and it was an Olympic qualifier for years. They stopped it a few years back because of citizenship, but they're trying to bring the Olympic qualifying back to the Golden Gloves, which is just a trifecta. The 100-year, first time in Pennsylvania, an Olympic qualifier. It's huge.
All amateur, right?
All amateur boxing. It's an elite tournament, 18 years old and up, female and male.
18 and up, okay.
Yeah. But we do have, in the Golden Gloves we talked about before, there is, a novice and sub-novice, and they have intermediate bantam. Well, you started, with the seniority, then open class guys, then you work down to make your shows for the Golden Gloves. Novice and sub-novice can go up to the state championship.
So when it was a qualifier, we're talking like it was a qualifier during the Mike Tyson days, the Evander Holyfield days and all that?
Yeah, I would lie if I tell you the exact date. I'm saying it's been like 10, 15 years since
10, 15.
Something around that area.
What changed it?
The citizenship
The
thing.
citizenship, that's okay.
Yeah, they wanted all, Golden Gloves, I believe. The Golden Gloves and USA Boxing are two separate entities.
Okay.
So USA Boxing has their rules, Golden Gloves has their rules, and it was something to do with citizenships, having to be an American or, temporary citizenship, something like how to be here legal.
Gotcha. Okay.
So like we said, it's coming to Pennsylvania for the first time in the 100 years of the Golden Gloves. Not just Pennsylvania, Delco. And so let's start with that. How many?
Question. I know I'm not supposed to cut you off.
Yeah.
Is it only coming to Pennsylvania because it only got boxing was just okayed in Pennsylvania recently? Because I know that there was a while where you can only get sanctioned, New York, New Jersey, Nevada.
Like you're talking pros or something different.
Okay.
This is amateur boxing. I've ran the Golden Gloves for the last 14 years, and I've had my gym for like 15 years. I've been boxing since I was 11. I never missed a.
And you have boxing coming out of Must Fight right in Upper Darby, right?
Yes, I have a show this Saturday night, September 10th.
Yeah.
Doors open at 5. First fight at 6. Weigh-ins are at 4:30.
So like we said, you're expecting. Give me a rough estimate from all the states. A rough estimate between coaches, between fighters. What are you looking to bring here to Delco?
Well, each state, there's 32 franchises of Golden Gloves.
Mm-hmm.
From Hawaii to Texas to Chicago, Detroit, like we talked about.
Mm-hmm.
There's female team and a men's team. So between the female and men and the two coaches and 2 officials that we bring with the team from each state is around 20 people to 22 people. So states like Delaware and other states don't have a franchise, so they go to Washington.
Mm-hmm.
Some teams will bring a half a team. Just depends on like COVID. And this last year, we had a full tournament for the first time in Tulsa, Oklahoma, and went over real good. It was sold out. The hotels are sold out. We're bringing millions of dollars to the area.
I was just going to say the area probably.
And when we talked in the past, we talked about like how coming out of COVID, this is huge, and I want this not to be underestimated in any which way, because here is an area that all around will do well from this. all around has taken a hit one way or the other, financially, business-wise, the whole 9 yards, professionally. And as a guy, like, I'll be honest with you, I watch boxing on TV. I'll watch MMA. You could be an avid fight watcher or, digestive or whatever you want to call it, or just somebody who wants to watch something awesome. It is a good time. So we said it's in Delco, the Golden Gloves. Where is it? When and where is it being held?
It is at, I had to write the address down, actually. It's the Upper Chichester.
Here's homework.
I'm new with this. The Upper Chichester Rec Center, 8500 Fury Road, in Upper Chichester. It's by the police station. And like we said last time, it's not a rec center.
Yeah,
The place
that's the key thing I want
45,000
people to
square
understand
feet.
here.
So what was the overall? You said there's 32 groups, nationwide from Hawaii out here, and they're all bringing approximately 22 each, right?
We're going to bring anywhere between 16 and 22 people.
So we're talking, north of 500 people coming through. So
Yeah.
they're going to be utilizing that horribly signed Drexel Brook, or the Holiday Inn at Drexel Brook. They're going to be probably using the North Delaware hotels, maybe some ones in Center City. So there's going to be a lot of Airbnbs up for grabs if you want to make some money and go away for the weekend. How long is it going to take?
The show, the actual, that's a good question. So the preliminary bouts are at Must Fight Boxing Club, 7241 Westchester Pike. The old Upper Darby Club is now Must Fight. I had to get that in.
There you go.
Wait, the one that
He's good at promoting himself. He can be taught.
Mike Chitwood?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That gym was around for 50 years before they closed it.
Chitty, we've been doing the show so long. Chitty Bang Bang was on the show trying to get more funding to help the place.
Yeah.
That's where me and Al were. We were at Must Fight, and
Yeah.
we could take a look at it on the video.
Yeah, we'll be lacing some video in here as you guys watch along of what we've caught, and it's like you got young guys looking for their shots. You got guys who just getting back into it. It's from different walks of life. So that's what makes boxing very interesting. It is a one-on-one thing, but each person has their own individual story that makes it even more fun to pay attention and vote and vote for and watch. From, like I said, not just boxing, but fighting in general. So you have something coming up for September. Does that have anything to do with the Golden Glove or not, on the 10th, or is this just another?
Actually, it's just to show that this keeps guys in the area from Philly to Delaware to New York, everybody in the area. We got guys coming down from Scranton, guys coming down from Pittsburgh. Just keeps everybody warm, keeps them ready, because we need all these gyms this year to come out and work and train. All these novice guys, get them going, get them 7-8 fights during the year and turn them open. And all enter this tournament. We need to push and get all these gyms and get involved and
to get involved, the best way is to go to goldenglovesdelco.com. I know that. Speaking of, let's turn our attention right here to John Venner, founder of Juniper Group Media, marketing, branding, strategic partnerships, because it's more than just getting guys getting in a ring and boxing, getting some hotel rooms. You got to let people know that it's coming. You got to let people know what's going on. And John, this is your forte, right?
That is correct, Al. And thanks for having me, and Dan, thanks for bringing it on. And I really do think, if I could just step back 1 second, I mean, those 20 people eat from the state, that's just the fighters.
Yeah.
Right?
Mhm.
They're going to be bringing families, friends.
Mhm.
I mean, it's going to be thousands of people that are here. And these people, Golden Glove guys, they're from, like you said, they're from all walks of life, from, the streets.
Ex-cons to rich kids from New Haven, Connecticut.
Exactly. Exactly. And they all meet in the ring, and they all have the rules. They fight, and it's, winner takes all. And I think it is a tremendous event. It's an unbelievable opportunity for Delco. 100 years of Golden Gloves. And tell like the fighters that have come up from the Golden Gloves, like, they ain't nobodies. Like, from 100 years ago, who are the guys?
So I took my notes out.
He's been taking notes on who he's talking to.
No. I actually, there's so much. It's funny to get back to your first question. You said how long it's going to be.
Yeah.
It's a week of boxing. 6 nights of boxing, 3 boxing rings.
Is it like a tournament?
It's
like
a
March
tournament.
Madness?
It's a national tournament.
32
This is not a
essentially
joke.
down
This
to.
is whatever you're thinking it is 10 times bigger than that.
So they fight. What on average once a day, once every day and a half?
We had guys on our team went to Tulsa, Oklahoma. They fought 5 days in a row.
goodness.
Okay, it used to be twice a day back.
And you
in the
really
old
wouldn't-
It is grueling.
And you really wouldn't know your opponent
It
until
is straight
all the rounds
up
are
like-
done, right?
You won't know your opponent until you sit in front of you and he punches you in the face.
Cheese and rice.
You know,
That's how I got married, dude.
There's
So
one-
I'm look past
So
it.
the
like an
thing
arranged
is, like I was saying, there's 3 boxing rings for 5 days, and they box between 6 and 8 hours a night. Like I said, I think last time we talked, there was 67 fights to one. So they have 3 rings. They just go one after the other. One finishes, they wait till the other 2 finish, they announce their name, and they continue for the night.
Totally running an underground gambling
So
scheme.
now, so now to bring up your
No, we're not.
I mean, no, we're not. And we're absolutely not fixing anything.
So, to go a little more on his saying about thousands of people, like this area is not just gonna. Like I just signed a contract today. We're going to be signing it tomorrow with the Clarion Hotel. They're going to give us 200 rooms.
Nice.
The Delta, we're still working a contract with them. They're going to give us 100 rooms.
Have you reached out to the Summit Inn in West Philly?
Yeah, we're keeping everything Delaware County.
There you go.
They would take us.
It's also just a terrible place.
Yeah. I was picking up.
But-
It's a great place to overdose.
But they don't care. That's the thing. These fighters don't care where they sleep. They just want to fight.
They don't
Yeah.
care if they stay at the Summit Inn.
Yeah.
I don't. If they were from Hawaii, trust me,
Most
they'd
of
be
them
going
just-
back to Hawaii.
They want to fight a different weight class. I think they're.
Yeah.
But
You
all right,
definitely cut weight there.
Sorry.
so we've talked about how all right, it's going to bring the fighters. It's going to be a great thing to watch. People are going to be able to buy tickets at goldenglovesdelco.com, all that stuff. But what about the opposite side of it? What about businesses? People want a sponsorship. Like, how does it work for them? And I guess, John, would you be the best to answer this one?
Yeah, so we are actively looking for strategic partners that want to help sponsor the event in a bunch of different ways.
Can you sponsor fighters?
I think that's a Dan question, and because it's amateurs, I'm going to say
I would say.
No.
What about just like paying for their flights or whatever?
maybe wearing.
Holbrook wants to buy a fighter.
We want to buy the worst fighter,
No, well,
He wants the one-legged
and we
guy
want
in the
to.
SK
We want to
contest.
give them their
we
nickname.
could put you in heavyweight and put you
I
in there,
would.
you know?
I already started sweating.
I've already thought about this, like preliminary, right before the last night.
Yeah. I was nervous you guys had already signed.
I
me
was
up.
thinking about getting Holbrook versus Set of Stairs and see who
Yeah.
comes out on top.
Golden
Yeah.
gloves, lead feet.
I would say to answer the question, we can't sponsor individual fighters
That's understood.
because the expenses are trophies, outfits,
Gotcha.
airfare for 15, 20 people, hotels for 15, 20 people. Every year, even when there's not a national tournament, the cost of sending a team to a national tournament,
Yeah.
this is every year. It's 30 to 40,000, depending on airfare and COVID and whatever else pops up,
Sure.
monkeypox, whatever's next. You know what I'm saying?
That was a good
Donkey
point.
balls.
That was a good point if I thought.
No politics,
Yeah.
religion on the radio, right, fellas?
Yeah, right.
It's funny because you would think that like it wouldn't be a sport where you'd have to put a lot of money out to participate in it, but it really is.
a
Like
lot.
that's
Yeah.
to compete.
Well, you look at the preliminary bouts we're talking about, the 6 shows I'm going to have before the national start. So I'm going to have between 12 and 13 shows before the national starts. So we go, like I said, the preliminaries, then the regionals, then the states, then 2 weeks off, then national start 2 weeks later right here in Pennsylvania. So every week someone's getting a trophy, a medal. There's gauze, there's tape.
Who's your
there's
trophy
water.
maker?
Excuse me?
Who's your trophy maker?
I just because of Crown Awards or somebody else over ringside for belts.
Crown?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're good. They've done so
I'm
much.
glad you're happy.
They're great.
So,
But there will be
They treat
there will
us
be
well.
sponsorship opportunities.
and what will they be able to sponsor?
We're gonna have a live stream event for the actual thing where there will be commercials,
Great.
and you'll be able to get your name out there. We expect thousands of viewers on the live stream. The actual event space itself, inside and outside, and it's just a tremendous cause for not only Delco but the nation. The amount of people that this helps, the amount of kids that guys like Dan are keeping off of the streets and giving them hope and courage is absolutely unbelievable, and that's why I'm part of it, and that's why I'm with this guy right here.
Well said. Well said.
I'm tearing up. I'm enjoying everything you just said.
There's one thing I wanted to just mention because a lot of guys I know we do a lot of our fighters, sparring comes in from Philly, and we're all over the place, Jersey, Delaware, like John was just saying about the people that are involved in this. Like just because we're having it in Delco, like everybody, please remember this is the Pennsylvania Golden Gloves,
Mhm.
not the Philadelphia Golden Gloves,
Yeah.
not the Delaware County Golden Gloves.
Mhm.
So all these fighters are going to be helping us. You got gyms, Shores, Fast Lane. You got Little Boys. You got Augie's. Augie's is closed now, but you got Grace Ferry, Kinsesson. All these gyms that are around Philadelphia. There's probably 50 gyms in Philadelphia.
Mhm.
And a couple of guys that train out of the garage with guys. Like, these guys are really coming to fight. And I wanted to thank all of them who are coming out to fight in the gloves and pick up your game because the Nationals is coming.
And what
Hell
my
yeah.
job is, Al, is to not only tell people here in Delco and the surrounding area, but like kind of across like the country that the fighting that they're going to see here is premier.
Mhm.
This is, I think, the way I think it is like March Madness. You have kids,
Pure.
pure. It is so,
Yeah.
which, like, going back to your, they can't advertise these kids. You
No,
can't
no, no,
sponsor
yeah,
these
yeah,
kids.
yeah.
You know, I know you're joking, but still,
Yeah.
like, these kids are in it for heart.
They're here. They're in it to play. They're not in it for money. They're
100%.
not in it to throw money. They're not in it to pay,
Bragging rights.
to pay their
Exactly.
bookies. You know. Yeah.
Exactly.
I love that shit. I
And
love
that
shit.
The
is
guys who
like-
have the kids who have tape on the floor in the gyms, right? And that's, you know, and me and Al got a chance to go, and thanks for opening up the gym, Dan. And what you were saying earlier, John, and by the way, I might have to call you John King now. You're like, yeah, John King.
I like that.
You're
I
a
like
great
that.
promoter, John King.
Just
Johnny
a guy,
King.
I love
John don't
just
know,
a guy
he's
from
adopted.
Juniper Group Media.
You're awesome.
So wait, you're not a
No,
boxer?
but real quick, Dan's love.
on Tuesdays.
Real quick, when me and Al were there, I could feel your love for it, you know. And you're not. This isn't something where like this ain't something where it's a huge payday for you. You're doing it really mostly out of love. That's what I gathered from it, the love of it.
It's real. You guys have no idea. My girl tells me all the time, I never seen somebody do so much for so little. Like, it's really that much. Like, she's like, what are you doing? You know? And but
I
she's
hear that for
got
my wife a lot too.
but she's got my back 1,000%. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know?
But it's for it's
But
all
it really
it's in your
is.
heart.
It's not for anything other than it's, you know, pay it forward. It's my time now. That gym in Upper Darby, I know you guys went there for a reason. That gym saved my fucking life. Oh, sorry, man.
You're-
You're good, brother.
Shockingly, you can curse on this show.
Fuck,
Yeah,
fuck,
I mean,
fuckity, fuck, fuck.
Really,
fuck.
that gym, like I used to fight on a Saturday night and have a scratch on me. Back Monday, I'll beat the hell up because I was out just, you know, being me. You know, I didn't have drug problems or anything like that.
Jealous.
It's just no, I didn't. I never got high in my life. I never did anything.
Somebody's
I
bragging.
trained all
Yeah.
day. I am. I'm bragging.
No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, no, because that gym, but I had anger issues. Like, I fought everybody in Delaware County 3 times. You know what I mean? Like, and I'm still ready to go. And I don't realize I'm getting old yet. You know what I mean?
He's like a
We got the video to prove that too, man. Hell yeah.
I still got it. I still
So
got
many
it.
bars have me yelling the same thing on security footage.
Yeah, right. I told you that.
I said I lost to everyone in Delaware County.
Yeah, we got to carry
Or
that
got
weekend
winded.
black eye. We all get.
Yeah.
Being an asshole, right? You know, I get it, and I appreciate you guys coming to the gym and call me on a holiday weekend. I mean, think about that.
Oh, like, call me on a holiday weekend.
Yeah,
Yayos.
yeah. I answered the phone like the first ring. I was excited. You know what I mean?
Dan's like, guys, don't you have families or some shit? Get away from
No,
no,
that's my
I'm
girl said I don't
kidding.
know what to do.
That's exactly why we're calling you for
That
a
was
holiday weekend. We've had enough of our family.
Yeah.
So there's a third man in the trio here. Larry Anastasi, close friend of mine. That's not here.
Is that a Polish name?
Yes, it's very
Okay,
Polish.
yeah, yeah. Did you guys meet at the Polish American Club?
Yes, he just came from the Polish American Club.
Pierogi Fest.
Pierogi Fest was huge. You can have your Hoagie Fest, but we take our Pierogi Fest. Larry, tell me a little bit about yourself and how you're involved here with the Golden Gloves.
Do I gotta wear the headset?
No, you don't have to wear the headset. You're okay without the headset.
He didn't listen in the beginning.
He had his earphones on.
He hasn't listened to me in years. Why start now?
My name's Larry Anastasi. I'm the president of IBW Local 614. We represent the Pico workers, Constellation, Penske, and Vicinity. And basically, I'm on the board for both the gym and the Pennsylvania Golden Gloves. So I'm helping raise money, and I'm just helping Dan. So
Are you a boxer?
He's dabbled.
I was just wondering because they have nice beards, and I was like, I thought you couldn't have a beard if you were
yeah,
boxing.
I fought a little bit.
I'll
Nothing
explain
like
that in a
Dan.
minute. There's a rule.
They got great beards.
Yeah, I just trimmed them.
You need to-
You're allowed to have 2-inch beards now.
Oh, really?
Because what happened was it backfired on USA Boxing. They stuck out a religious exemption for him. You know,
Can they have vaginas too now, I guess? I mean, what? No, I'm kidding.
no.
So there's actual protocol that you can have beard. I thought just people didn't have beards because
No.
they get cut up and cut
It
to
used
wear
to be
matches.
what's happening is we can cut this out too. Everybody fucking today don't want to pay attention to no rules.
Yeah.
The rules used to be, old school guys, all military, shave his fucking face.
Yeah.
Now they folded the Muslims and pretty much the Muslims with the Jewish guy community, they used it all, and they went, okay, 2-inch beard. But when you go to the nationals and you're going to advance, go across the world, we're with a shaving fucking face.
Oh, really?
Okay.
I had a guy,
Okay.
I had a guy, a
Okay.
Muslim guy. I had a guy from Chester, a Muslim guy, Tony
Take as
Young,
much
in the
cushion as
military. They actually quoted me and said, "Listen," I quoted me. He said, "Even the military don't make me shave my face." And then he called USA Boxing and the bigger higher ups there and Golden Gloves said, "The rule is shave your face."
Yeah.
And he shaves it. Here's the funny part: the fucking asshole shaves his face, goes and weighs in on a scale, don't make weight. They send him back.
Was he too light? Wait, was he too light now because he shaved his beard?
Yo,
Was
they
his
sent
beard
a guy
squeaking him
home.
in?
Yo, they sent a guy home for 4 ounces being overweight. They sent him packing.
4 ounces?
4 ounces.
I mean, I can go take a shit. I'm back.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
I'm
That's what I
back.
said.
4
man.
ounces.
He was like 8
Yeah, yeah.
ounces over, but he lost like 17 pounds. So what happened was he weighed in. They were going to give him a chance to go out and lose some more weight. His fucking blood pressure was through the roof. It was like 198 over like 55,000.
Oh, he couldn't even fight then. His
So
heart
they said,
exploded
no, they said,
before he
"Go
threw his
calm
first
down."
punch.
He blamed it on the blood pressure. Here he's overweight too. So it's a double whammy. And they sent him packing. He drove 20 hours to Tuscaloosa.
He got thrown out for being
For a
4
jacket.
ounces overweight. I've been cut out of insurance policies for being 150 pounds overweight.
That's why it's going to be Holbrook versus the Steps as
Man,
the
on the accountant,
as the startup main event.
Yeah. My blood pressure just hit 194 when you mentioned steps.
Yeah, yeah, there you go. I mean, we hit all the topics that I really wanted to touch on in that sense of how it helps the fighters, helps the area. Dan, tell me about your boxing and Delco roots.
My family boxed. My father dabbled in it a little bit as a kid. My cousin Richie Bennett was, he's a local champion in Darby, Southwest Philly area. Well, Benny Briscoe was a world champion. He beat him. I mean, Benny was a little bit older at the time, not taking them, but he was in Pennsylvania Hall of Fame. Richie Bennett, the Bandit. The Irish families. We weren't real close, but he's my family.
Mhm.
I started working out when I was like 11 years old at Upper Darby. You guys come up. I was back and forth as a kid. Got in a little bit of trouble with my father when I was taking the bus going to the gym, 10 miles from home, and just started boxing. Like my whole life has been in that gym, Upper Darby gym. Turned pro in that gym. Went through all the amateurs, won the Golden Gloves in '95. Out of that gym, won the Keystone Games. I flew to England. I flew Birmingham, England's national champ in London. It was like our Olympic champions here. I beat them there and here 2 years in a row. I mean, Upper Darby gym really, that gym saved my life. Like I was saying earlier, I got in a little bit of trouble, climbing around, a little anger issues, but I've never left the gym. And actually, I had my own gym for 10 years in Chester, Must Fight Boxing Club. Thanks to some of the guys in Upper Darby, they asked me to come down and reopen the gym. Took about 1.5 years, almost 2 years to reopen the gym. That's why it's not a PAL anymore. I think they're looking into that, maybe turning it back to a PAL for the community.
Mhm.
I don't know yet. We've asked about it, waiting to see what's going on with that. But I'm not going anywhere. I brought the Golden Gloves to Upper Darby now, where I started at. I did a complete 360, which is awesome.
So, and also, you also have a little other Delco background here. Everybody's favorite boxing lore movies is Rocky, right? And then, of course, there were sequels that came out starring Creed, starring Michael B. Jordan as Apollo Creed's son, and you were part of that, or your gym too. Let's say was part of that. You were part of that movie.
Yeah, the whole first fight in the Creed scene, in the first Creed, was filmed in my gym in Chester.
Mhm.
It's real easy to know. He walks in doors, says, "Where you from? Hollywood." You seen the gym doors? I took him with me.
Yes, actually, at his gym, you'll see. I'll have the pictures up on the screen.
Yeah.
You'll see the pictures that says Mighty Mix
Yeah.
on there. So yeah, so were you in the film?
I wasn't in the film, but my gym
Not
was,
pretty enough, huh?
No,
I think he is.
they couldn't understand the malarkey.
And that's saying something when Sly Stallone's in.
Yeah. Actually, Michael B. Jordan was real cool. He took pictures, autographs, everybody. Sly was kind of like to himself a lot. I guess he's tired of getting his picture taken. But we got the pictures at the end of the day. We got everything, and it was great promotion for the gym. They did come back for the second Creed. They were supposed to fill it a second one, but something fell out. I don't know if it went. The city didn't come up with things or whatever, but they rewrote us out of it. but they rented half my stuff in the gym for the second one.
Okay.
Yeah, so I was
Now there's a
involved in
third
that.
one in the works. Am I understanding that
I
correctly?
think there's a third. There's 4 of them supposedly.
Well, they were talking about doing another one based around what's this?
Fighting Clubber Lang's kid.
No, the Russian.
Oh, fighting Ivan Drago.
Ivan Drago's. It's called.
man.
I think it's going to be called
Oh,
Drago.
and next he fights Tommy Gunn's
Already-
parole officer.
Yeah,
Oh,
exactly.
wow.
Yeah,
they
like-
They
were
did
gonna
that.
follow that.
They already did that.
Yeah, I was
What?
gonna say, wasn't that the premise of
They
it?
already did that.
No. I think the movie's going to be called Drago.
Oh, sweet God.
Yeah, like I'll have to look up on the.
Yeah.
I'll look on the internet when we're done this, and I'll
Looks great.
see if I can pull it up.
Huh.
I think there was because somebody can't. Somebody I don't know. Somebody got upset. I don't know if it was Sly himself or somebody was upset about the fact that they just keep, doing these spin-offs, if that's what you want to call them.
Creeding.
Well, that's
Yeah.
what they said in the beginning to me.
I mean, Creed was a huge hit. Everybody thought that was going to be a
Squeezing it,
joke.
They were going to follow the same script of the original Rocky, I guess, with the kids. I don't
Mhm.
know. That's what who knows? But I know they're going to do like 4 Creeds too.
Let me ask you this question? Like, we all grew up in this area. We all watched Rocky, enjoyed Rocky. Does Rocky, from your standpoint, start to annoy you at one point, or is it helpful for bringing people in? I see heads shaking.
Goes right up my ass.
Okay.
Because you know why, man? You guys know baseball and football and all that. You guys are on your point. When you box, there's nothing, no sport like it. When you get punched in the face, man, you bleed with a guy. It's different.
It's actually
It's like,
that's a foul or interference in any other sport.
yeah,
That's
like,
normal in contact in that
That's the
sport. Yeah.
Tyson line. Everybody's got a plan until you get punched in the face.
The thing I respect the most about boxing is I got into it like a lot of people do, just like lose a little bit of weight or whatever and get into it. You hit a certain point where you go, like, literally, boxing is not aerobics. It is a lifestyle or you're not in it. And it's basically just like you are either committing to literally be the best, or you probably shouldn't be there after a certain.
So Holbrook was kicked out of Curves. They won't
I
let
was
him in
kicked out of
anymore.
Curves. Foxy Boxing let me go.
Yeah.
But no, I literally saw it like it. There's no such thing as like a recreational recreational.
Well, I
football.
kind of
There's
disagree
not.
with that, actually. I think there are recreational
Boxing?
boxing.
It's called Cawley's Irish Pub on a solid Friday,
And
they
I know-
find the
and I
toughest
know-
Irishman.
I do know that Must Fight Boxing offers recreational boxing. So I think
Yeah.
that
So you're wrong, Holbrook.
I-
You're dead wrong.
no, but let me
Me
just say
wrong?
this.
What are the odds?
there are classes for everyone in Havertown to 69th Street.
Yeah, thank you. Thanks for the fact. So, but really, it's true. There's 5 people. There's 100 people in the gym. Only 5 are fighting. There's nothing normal about getting punched in the face.
No.
Okay. So
Nothing prepares
so
you
the
for that.
people who come to the gym who want to lose weight, who got depression issues, who want to stop drinking or just got out of jail and don't want to go back. We've saved a lot of guys. I can go on and on. People that were state champions that have their own businesses now that 8 years ago were running through the streets of Kensington. Like I have that. I don't.
It's
mention
the outlet
names.
they need.
But they still commit full time to the boxing. Like they commit
No,
to the lifestyle, right?
Well,
No.
no. Just come in. A couple guys fought for me. They thought it was going to be easy. I'm a wrestler,
Yeah,
and
right.
they found out it doesn't matter. This is boxing.
I think that's why I'm still with him because I have absolutely no fucking idea why I'm still here with him because it's unreal. He's just got this magnetic pull onto anybody because he's so
That's what the lady said.
real.
I have joined.
And he wants to just help.
No,
Like,
they don't.
dude, he's talking about how boxing saved his life, and now he's out there saving all of these other people.
So he's like Batman with boxing gloves. Is that what you're telling me?
Yes. Except not so
Fucking
much
Jesus.
So if we have a
Not
minute,
so much Bruce Wayne, more orphan.
Yeah.
so then if we have a minute then to go back since we're on that topic, you talked about the PAL, and if it was in the PAL organization, you'd be able to help a lot more kids, right? Or people.
Yes. What happens? I'm doing a little research on the PAL because when we opened up the gym, it was like right
That's a
before
police
COVID.
athletic
Yeah,
by the way.
yeah,
For
yeah.
people who don't
Oh,
know.
yeah, yeah,
I just have to for the viewers.
Yeah, so it was right after COVID, and the gym was shut down for a long. And I just signed a dotted line. Everybody and their mother said they're going to reopen that gym. I'm going to reopen that gym. Nobody signed a dotted line. I did.
Yeah.
The PAL was closed. It's still there. I think it's just still stagnant. But I just spent time in Pittsburgh. My team's out there for the weigh-ins and the gloves, and they run their PAL pretty good. They got I think 8 gyms that are PALs out there in Pittsburgh from Monroeville Mall and all the way out from Scranton all the way up to Pittsburgh. They have some PAL gyms.
That's where Night of the Living Dead took place, by the way.
What it does is you go out. We're in low income areas, and some people really don't have the money. to come pay a gym membership or for 2 and 3 kids. And you
Mhm.
go outside the gym, you go down across to the basketball court, and there's 50 kids playing basketball. They've all come up to the gym, they just can't afford to go there. Or their parents just don't want to pay, whatever it is. But if we get that PAL back, we'll have 50 kids in that gym every day.
Awesome.
You know,
That
Yeah.
could be huge.
so we're
And
could-
and
the
it
place
doesn't
brought
help
up.
you keep the place, up and running and all that stuff too.
Yeah, still
Okay.
will help out with the bills. There'll be some government money would come in. You rely on donations. Like we'd have like 3 classes a week. Just idea things they do out on the
I'm sure you have a lot more resources too at your fingertips when you're associated with like a police athletic.
It's going to open up a lot of politicians for me, things like that, things I don't have yet.
Is
Yeah.
this would be something that we would go to the Upper Darby mayor about and be like, can you stop getting lawn mowing goats and help with this?
I'm going to leave that one alone.
Yes, let's do it.
So pretty much when you say we need to go kick somebody's
need-
ass
yeah.
for you.
Well,
I will fight.
We know what asses to kick for you.
Teach me how to fight, and then I'll go kick somebody's ass.
Yeah.
Listen, we're going to do our best here at Delco Live to make sure this happens and becomes bigger and better than ever. And if you need a little help, we know the right phones to call and people to push around if we have to.
Yes.
And
So-
also, if you guys had one thing to say to the people, all our fans and followers that are watching, how they can help out if they're interested, how can they help? How can the people watching us now help?
Well, they can donate. They can donate online.
Okay.
Okay, we'll-
So there's donations and sponsorship options.
That is correct.
Okay.
And the sponsorships are nice because if you have a business, they offer tickets. You'll get free advertisement for the trophy.
Okay.
You could give 40 tickets to the clients to do the work for you.
Oh, so you can actually it just helps the business grow
Absolutely.
themselves.
I mean,
It's a give,
yeah.
give.
So,
Yeah, it's awesome.
For those of you that are new to boxing, so first and foremost, fighting is for everyone. It's for every age bracket. That's a common misconception. When Knockout Fitness, shameless plug to that old poor gym on Madison Avenue, when we were
Been
in
there.
there, we trained little guys, and we had guys that were coming out of rehab, like Dan does. Okay, first of all, fighting, is not unique to young people. It is not. Okay, fighting is a very difficult thing. Most people, they equate the analogy to life. Life is a big, long goddamn.
Mhm.
So it is a lot easier therapeutically to hit a heavy bag, to hold mitts, to beat the living shit out of something other than, another human being like Dan did in Upper Darby. Okay, like some of our friends did. People that have addiction problems, all that stuff has been said. But young people that learn how to fight, you find that when they learn how to fight, they fight less.
Mm-hmm.
People that know
You're
how
way
to
you're getting
fight,
it
fight
out.
less.
You're
But
getting
when
it
we-
out somewhere else.
When we train those little guys, the first thing we did was we taught them how to use their hands, basic footwork, 1, 2, and then we put them in a round. Because you're right, a lot of people do not want to get punched in the face. And you find something very simple. Most people, when they get in the ring, they have to make a decision. They're either going to quit right there, or they're going to say, "I don't care how many times I get fucking hit. I'm going to hit that guy.
Mhm.
I don't even care if I get." At that moment, they become a fighter. That changes them forever. Now, when people start doing that and then they apply that to their life,
Yeah.
nothing bad comes from that.
Damn straight.
People go in their 50s and hit heavy. If you want to lose weight, hit a fucking heavy bag for 6 rounds. Absolutely, that is for everyone. And Dan's got one of the few gyms left with history, with real fighters. Dan was a professional fighter that can teach you the right way to do it. It's not like, hey, show up, good luck. There's the jump rope, there's the speed bag. Dan knows what he's doing, and he wants to help people learn how to do this. And when you're watching them, you have kids that are flying in from across the country. It is not everyone gets a trophy.
Yeah.
This is not that culture.
No.
These are kids that have desire, that train for years to do this. This is the opposite of what the downturn that we've seen in sports. These aren't entitled little rugrats that expect a trophy in a hotel room. They're showing up with nothing, and they're probably going to leave with nothing, but they're still willing to fight.
Yeah.
And they're going to do it on 322 in Delco for the first time ever.
Hell
And
yeah.
then if they win, they could go to the fucking Olympics.
Yeah.
They can represent our country, and they can fight for a gold medal for our country. This is huge. Everyone will like this. So if you get a sponsorship package and you have 41 tickets, and you give them to some of your coworkers or clients or anybody, they're not going to be bored. Watching everyone is stopped to watch a fight. You're in the hallway in grade school.
Yeah.
You're like, oh shit.
Yeah.
this
You're to
is a good
set the
fight.
you're to set the trolley stop.
Yeah.
Exactly.
You're on the L.
And the difference is when it's a good fight, when
Oh,
two people want to fight each other. Well, you're going to fight 5 days in a row. You
You're gonna want to fight.
Oh,
Oh, yeah.
fight.
Oh, yeah.
So people want to put money in all these places. To support this. These are good people. These are good Americans. They want to fight. They want to prove themselves. This is a beautiful thing, and it's happening in Pennsylvania, Delaware County, the real capital of Pennsylvania.
Yeah, baby.
Okay?
Damn straight.
Right. This is something that I think people will get involved. And Dan decided to quit his job. Okay, literally sacrifice everything he has to try to figure.
All right, I'm quitting my job too.
Okay, I mean, when he said sign the dotted line, everybody talks a big goddamn game. When you quit your fucking job and you decide this is all I'm doing, okay, that's a big deal. This is amateur boxing. People don't make money off of this. He's doing the right thing by these kids. He decided, no, if they're going to put it on the line, I'm going to put it on the line.
And that's why we do need help, because this is a boxing event at its core, but it's going to be so much more than that. This is a days-long event. Yeah. We're going to have food trucks. Yes. We're going to have activities outside. We'd like to have a beer garden, a band. We'd like to make this the premier event in May of 2023 and put it on the map so we can get it again in 2025.
Yes, I'm putting in bids for 25 and 26.
That's awesome.
Oh yeah.
So, and pretty much you guys pretty much said it. So even people who are expecting via the stream or via being in watching it in the the rec center, which they need to change the name of that. That place is no rec center. No, they really need to change the name to that. But
it'll be called the
it's for all
Marlarky
ages.
Center in
Yeah,
about
that's right.
8 months, dude.
But that's the thing, is for children of all ages to come and enjoy a good sporting event. People, they equate boxing with just violence, but it's not. It's not. And
it's a chess match.
And
It's
if anyone's wondering, like, they're not too familiar with like this or boxing in general, it's not like this is the caliber of people who have won Golden Gloves in the past. Like, this isn't like college base where you get golden cleats and 90% of them end up a financial advisor to the MLB. This isn't like the one-off Heisman winner that you never hear of after like draft day. The winners have been Joe Louis, Sugar Ray Robinson, Floyd Patterson, Sugar Ray Leonard, and this one dude who won 6 championships in a row from the age of 14 to 20. His name was Cassius Clay. You might know him as Muhammad Ali.
yes,
These are people who have competed in and won the tournaments like we're talking about that are going to happen in Chichester or whatever town. Where are we going to Chichester?
Yeah.
Fury Road. Yeah, so that's like the caliber of what's coming out of this.
Evander Holyfield,
All right.
De La Hoya. We can go on forever with it.
All right, and we're going to be hearing more about this, because this isn't the end, guys. We're going to be bringing these guys in.
Beginning.
We're going to be putting it all over the place. We're going to be interviewing fighters. We're going to do a lot of things throughout this, and we will be part of the event. We're going to be there.
Can maybe you line me and Al up to get into the ring to maybe fight each other?
We can do that next this Saturday.
Slab fight. We're gonna slab fight.
There's a Masters division.
Yeah.
Don't knock it.
25-second rounds.
Maybe 17.
I held the mints for you.
Yeah, I held the bag for him. He used to go, here, I'll hold the bag for this kid so he can feel like it's a tree trunk.
He
I'm
was,
like,
he was
all
a
right.
backstop.
Yeah, that's the best backstop in town. All right, guys, I want to thank you for joining us. I want to thank for everybody watching along live at home, and we will see you guys next. And don't forget, this great episode of Delco Live is brought to you by the Cherry Firm. Call Dave Cherry at 610-565-0300. All your workers' compensation, motor vehicle accidents, personal injury, and criminal law needs, go to www.cherryinjurylaw.com or 610-565-0300 and tell Dave Cherry Delco Live sent you. Also, don't forget, Fat Cal Jerky, utterly perfect jerky, many immense flavors, even special treats for your favorite canine. Go to fatcaljerky.com or follow on social media at Facebook and Instagram. The name again is Fat Cal Jerky. You can go to fatcaljerky.com. And don't forget the most Delco bar, Dolan's Bar, 2040 Sellers Avenue, Ridley Park. What a great place for great food, great fun, great times, great people. And don't forget, sometimes you get a celebrity there. It is an amazing time at Dolan's. You never know what's going to happen, but I will tell you what will always happen. It's an awesome time. Go to dolansbar.com, follow on Facebook and Twitter, and don't forget to tell PJ